Hello everybody, SuperTim101 here with another build review. This series is where I cover my favorite builds and my favorite mechs, whether they are considered meta or not. And today we're going to be going over the Marauder 9M. The Marauder 9M was a mech that was given away if you pre-ordered Mechwarrior 5, but I wasn't playing at that time, so I was able to pick it up for C-bills after it came to the store. It was funny because when I started, I saw that they had a Marauder that had ECM, and I was like, oh, that's great, but it wasn't available for C-bills yet, and I had no idea that they would eventually release it for C-bills, so I was like really sad because I couldn't get a Marauder with ECM, and then it released for C-bills. So I would highly recommend this mech. It is brutally effective in quick play. The Marauder is just a brilliant mech for brawling. It has a great front profile for brawling because it has, sort of narrow torsos when you're looking at it. It has big torsos when you're looking at it from the side, so that's not great. But if you're just staring down your enemy and you kind of wiggle a little bit, and they're shooting lasers at you, you'll spread it out. If they're shooting fast-firing autocannons, you'll hit different components. Of course, not great shield arms, but really effective at spreading damage if you wiggle. So it's a great mech, and I've painted it here, of course, tactical black because of ECM, but that's just being silly. So let's jump into the mech lab and see what we got. So this is very straightforward, punch you in the mouth sort of mech. It's got double MRM80 and 5 small lasers with 4 tons of MRM ammo, which is just on the edge of having enough ammo. It really is. If you run out of ammo, basically you've done your job. You have likely done quite a bit of damage, and hopefully done your job at that point. But this mech likes to just sort of charge in, unload all the MRMs on people, and then just keep going. It is a super tanky mech like all Marauders. It has pretty high values for armor. It also has really high structure values. So we've got 92 structure in the center torso. You have assaults that don't have that much structure in their center torso. 64 in the side torsos, 48 in the arm, 64 in the leg. So you can tank a boatload of damage on this mech while you're dishing out the MRM80 to people's faces. You run a light engine 300, which is basically average speed for a 75-ton inner sphere assault mech. Guardian ECM gives you that extra stealthiness that is really important when you're trying to get around people or to people. They won't always see you if you don't have the red box around you or the red Dorito in front of you or on top of you. So it is a wonderful mech. We do use the missile cooldown 15%, which is just amazing. 15% cooldown on missiles is awesome, as well as 5% heat and the laser heat generation 5% as well. So these small lasers have 10% less heat. It actually has an inner sphere ER large laser heat scale limit +1, which means you can run 4 and not hit ghost heat. The problem with that, and the reason we don't use it, is because the lasers go here in the arms, and while that's fine for what we're doing, if you're an ER laser boat, it's just hard when you've got low mounts on your arms. So that's why we go with the giant MRM launchers with the small lasers. So that is the build. Let's jump into the skills and see what we got. Pretty high investment in firepower. We've got heat gen, full tree, a bunch of cooldown, and some range, velocity for your missiles, laser duration for your smalls, and full missile nodes as well. Full survivability nodes for hit points. Cool run and heat containment. It is a very hot mech. MRM80 is hot, so that's why we have the full heat nodes there. The 2 ECM with 1 radar deprivation to get that radar chirp. And then 1 seismic there, 1 consumable for a cool shot, and a UAV. That is the build. Let's jump into a game and hope you enjoy.
Let's talk to each other and win this game.
Override engage. Of course, we spawn furthest away from the tunnel.
Go and tunnel push.
There was no tunnel post.
Do we want to do saddle then?
They can have the saddle. I'm going for tunnel.
Tunnel's honestly not that good.
Oh, I know it's terrible. I just think it's hilarious.
It's good for us.
Ayo.
Override engage. Now remember, Rob, you do go faster than us.
I am speed.
Target spotted.
Target acquired.
Hit your override.
I'm activating night vision as well.
I do a heat. Assault, Foxtrot 5.
Got an assault in Fox 5.
Oh, that one right up the mouth tunnel. Marauder 2.
New target acquired.
Right back up for Mortalist. He's gonna trade.
At Delta's open shoulder. Weak CT.
Target destroyed.
Yeah.
New target acquired.
Alright, let's let him come to us here.
Yeah, I have an open shoulder.
Alright, we're stepping on each other here. We got the, let's let the, right behind your Mortalist, so don't back up.
We got a king crab behind yet another Marauder 5.
Acquired.
Alright, pushing. Be aggressive. Be aggressive.
Right to our left.
Yeah, they're just running.
Right torso critical damage. Heat level critical. New target acquired.
Oh, I think I just shot you in the back. Shoot. That sucked.
No, that's fine. Don't worry about it.
Should have had my heat on
New
instead.
target acquired.
Push. They are running. Be aggressive.
Left torso critical damage. Left torso critical damage. Left arm critical damage.
We're experiencing some losses. Don't get sloppy out there.
Oh, the fish got me.
Who?
It's a great fish.
Oh, great fish.
Yeah.
The enemies are half depleted.
God, it's so nice seeing people just like turn and try to run and their teammates are blocking them because they can't.
What did that?
New target.
There's only 5 of them left.
Artillery strike online. Override shutdown. Heat level critical. Left torso critical damage. Left torso destroyed. Left arm destroyed. ERPP.
They're up top, above saddle.
Ultra autocannon destroyed. Heat sink destroyed.
Alpha.
Override shutdown.
Clean up the survivors.
A blackjack up top?
Sorry.
I still have
Last
last
two?
powders on the side torso, so I'm still pretty quick.
Yeah, I haven't lost it yet.
Learn boat too, beautiful.
It's a lone boat. Get on top of him. He can't hurt you.
Heat level critical.
He won't survive that long.
And to ground forces.
Nice.
Nice.
my
Okay.
gosh.
More hostiles.
See, we
Good job, soldiers.
amazing. Good job. Communicated, tunnel push, awesome. And we ran the 9Ms, and what did we do?
Kick some ass.
Shot Mortalist in the back for 63 damage.
Hell yeah, he didn't hit that
63?
back.
63.
Oh no!
See, credit him. Oh yeah, look at that. 709, 623, 683.
Yep.
Gotta love these
See, look,
Marauders.
I did 683, but that's how much match score I lost.
Oh wow.
Oh well.
That's fine. Don't worry about it.
WARCRIMES. That was a really fun match, and despite the fact that I shot Mortalis in the back and was killed by my unit mate, the Great Fish, it actually worked out really well and was a lot of fun. So I wanted to go over some of the things that really worked well and some of the things to be aware of with this mech. One is usually a tunnel push is not a good idea. The reason for that, you saw this in the video, is that you're stepping on each other's toes. You don't leave a lot of room to maneuver, and the opponents who are at the mouth of the tunnel or outside the tunnel can shoot in and get back into cover way easier than you can, and they can shoot you from much farther away outside of the tunnel. So it's usually not a good idea to do a full tunnel push like that. Luckily, it was the three of us in the Mad 9Ms, as well as a King Crab that was pushing with us, and if you just sort of push through, and we were trading armor a little bit, push through, focus your targets. It kind of smacked them in the mouth a little bit. They weren't quite prepared for what was coming out of the tunnel, which is why it ended up working. Now, the Marauders all sort of sacrificed themselves to make it work, but nonetheless, we did a lot of damage with our MRMs, and were able to get a couple of kills and just sort of put them on their heels. So that worked. Usually, it doesn't work. You need to maybe defend the tunnel, protect the tunnel, but don't push the tunnel as a normal strategy. It's not the best idea. It's just not enough room to maneuver. Nevertheless, it worked out pretty well for us. Watch what kind of vision you've got so you know where your friends are. Maybe be sure to not shoot your friends in the back. That's all I'm saying. Sorry, Mortalis. But that is the build. It is a lot of fun, and it's an effective mech. It's really good at brawling, like I said, because of that narrow center torso and narrow side torso. So utilize it for what it is. Press W, be aggressive, and win. That was the build. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, and have a great day.